And Clues is going to get some information here very, very shortly after that dart is cleared.
Forward position here from 10-10. Waiting for it. Ivy strafing forward, and that's going to be the first kill found.
That's the deadlock on, too.
Looks for a little bit more, and he's going to find it. Persia taken down. Not much damage suffered either. 74 health remaining here on the Neon as the plant does come through on the A site. ZETA looking to play Re, taking a 5v3 as Domby takes a forward position, but immediately will get scouted. Francis looking for the close angle. Now swings in, but she'll be able to find that in reply. Time starting to bleed away a bit. Shield popped here. Makes the L as Domby going to be paranoid up, slides over to the side, gets himself across towards stairs. Steady here for the moment. Defuse now being started. Widely, some body blocking can just come through. Margaret does manage to find one, but right back onto the fuse they go. And XCL will be there for the finishing blows.
I'll be good guy. Good guy, ZETA fan. Oh, Clues just took a ton of damage there.
And 10-10 loses his life. Eater of a shot there from Domby. Looking for the weapon, and XCL not quite prepared. Slide forward. Gun scooped up, doesn't manage to make it around the corner. Rhea crashes back down the stairs. Shota will end up getting picked apart. XCL able to find one more here. Making things a little bit... Not riding the wall forward. Split across the ways. Francis here in the smoke. The double tap about to expire. Paranoia goes across. Sugar Zero just cycling a smoke, but now going to be stunned up as the tap comes through. Push out the back. Francis finds XDL. Sugar Zero dead.
But yeah, everybody from ZETA leaning in that direction. But still, no follow-up. Well, okay, Margaret waited with the Outlaw. I'm just waiting at A door to see if there's any noise over there, but Nongshim correctly identifying the weak side, but the door's open already.
Tap it. A couple players going to be seen here as they're just trying to fight out, but given just the firepower here that's available, not much to be done. As Ivy now noting Shota is just going to tuck in behind the mound, goes up over the top, tries to find something, does nearly get the kill, but it's going to be a flawless. Not found quite just yet. Situated over towards this A site. Considering going for the swing. They do so. XCL wins out the fight. And that's going to be the spike now identified. Domby just sending out a relay bolt quickly, looking to clear things out. The undercut does come through. Margaret strafes over the wall. And here, a jiggle peek. Gun barrel not spotted either. But the backpedaling making some noise here as he knows the pressure is coming his way. Overdrive now going to be popped, and Ivy finds the kill. 4v4 XCL close by, but spike does get planted.
Now they got to play for retake. A little bit of util to use. Still the relay bolt. Still XDL has his shield. Paranoia. So a lot to work with.
Hasn't said it quite just yet, but I'm starting to bleed away. Diving forward here. 10-10 going to be taken down. Scouts out here for the squad, but damn, on this turn of the corner, instantly deals with XDL, shield and all. Might be tagged up, but it's just Clues left standing. Swaps the weapons, is frantically searching for a target, but not to being able to find any here. Very limited. Domby will go ahead, strike him down, and that's going to be 3-1. Nongshim.
Do a little jiggling.
Oh, there's the jump peek. Gets the spot out. And now this space looking to be taken over here. Swing out from 10-10, immediately going to be shut down by Persia. It's the 1-2-1 from ZETA now, here on the wrong side of the map.
They're doing a great job. Nongshim really understands Clues' tendencies.
Margaret finding one, finding two. Round after
the spike scenario, or TP past it, that's true, you can do that.
Yeah, it gets up forward here, but just not going to be able to have any kind of advantageous spot coming out of that smoke, and Domby will just go ahead and run down XDL with it.
Coming through, but with all that util comes Lunder's Fury.
Does get a tag, does get a kill. Francis going to be taken down. Further damage found as XDL. Ooh, the shield is already popped, but doesn't manage to go ahead, drag across to get the headshot there on the Domby. 10-10 at the same time going to be eliminated. Sugar Zero again. Felled as Margaret. Continues to be a thorn in their side. Just looking for the wall bank shots. Takes him down very low. Shock dart out. Clues is eventually able to find Persia.
Brutal.
Defender set up from the attack. Ivy tucks back, looks for the shot. XDL a little bit faster, and Margaret down to 11 HP. Swings out, falls. And given the investments, that is going to be a very nice round victory here for the side of ZETA Division to pick up their second.
That's huge. It looked like that round very well take control of Mound. Crossfire attempted. Door control set up by Ivy.
Tap on it, Paranoia immediately coming through. As swing out, Sugar Zero going to be good for one. Turns back towards Mount, finds another, TP's out to safety. As XDL picks apart Ivy as well to boot. Sugar Zero on the repeat, finds himself a third. Bit of a quiet start, but roars to life here in round number 7. As ZETA look to get within touching distance.
Go, go, go.
Unless Margaret has anything to say about it. Shield there, will find the first, cannot find any follow-up.
So immediately, actually was at C, but
yeah, repositions.
a couple smokes, doesn't like the angle anymore.
I mean, he's about to feel pretty good about this reposition as Prowler spots nothing. Swing in, comes through, and that's a collat. Dami and Francis both going to be taken.
You know, one-way setup by Nongshim, and he doesn't feel like they're going to contest Mound. They haven't off of that smoke. Ooh.
Margaret. Find the first, can't get the transfer across to the second. Sugar Zero TPing in behind Rumble. It's a little bit whiffy at first, but eventually confirms the kill and confirms the round.
Like mechanics that have ever been in doubt for me. It's just sometimes the decision making, not just from him, but from ZETA as a whole was a little bit off. Oh, got a peek.
Little bit of leg spotter there. As Overdrive does get popped, and 10-10 immediately gets shut down.
A little late on
Multiplayer
that.
stack up here, as that's going to be the draw in. XCL, I was going to say, go to the kill contract camp, please. And Dami this time wins it out. XCL going to be taken down, and ZETA's attempt at the crunch.
Alluding to, he has tremendous skill, but decision making there a little bit questionable, and this Nightfall sucks.
Smoke cycle to the back, and that's going to be Clues taken down. Downbit giving sightlines over to 10-10. Seems like they have a very solid understanding of where he's going to be positioned. And again, Margaret will end up falling. Slight little attempt at a shot there. It's a slide across. Damage is very much suffered. Shot that's going to be taken down. 10-10 looking for another one there. Blind. Nothing more to be found. Annihilation does get sent. No one grabbed up. It's going to now a 4v3. Dambi. ZETA Division. A very difficult task of trying to get their way back into this one. Right now, just breaking down the wall at backside. Time starting to bleed away. Swing out. Dambi on good for a third. Clues eventually able to find some stability. Cleans up Ivy. XDL finding another. But now, it's all alone. Doesn't know which way to look. Francis will swing out. Quickly cleared out, though. Ping's not going to be found. The site opened up. Margaret still on a lurk here. XDL reading this, lingering around, watching for it. Sugar Zero, though, very much is doing the same. Now Shota's going to be taken down. Peeking over from Waterfall. As that shot on the Persia just narrowly misses. Would have been a critical pickup. But now this backstep gets closer and closer as Margaret continues wandering forward, about to wrap around over by Waterfall. Waiting for the strike. Ivy holding close. Sugar Zero finding one with that op. He's in a committed position, finds a second. Can find no.
Yeah, there's
So he's
no
just
idea.
slowly continuing to walk in behind, sees where the op is dropped now as the Steel Garden's going to be coming through, spots out the first, pulls the trigger. Persia going to be taken down. Clues here behind the door, is able to find one as Dambi goes sliding forward. B-site now looking to be the target. This is ZETA. Oh, XDL melted at range. Shots flying here. 10-10 trying to line him up. Can't make it happen, but player advantage still established. Paranoia not connecting. Margaret's position previously known. Spike here on the floor, but they're looking to fight together. They're looking to fight forward.
Oh!
Now they're segregated. They're split apart, and Margaret looks for it, and he has it! The Red Bull clutch. Quick little exit. They're still trying to scale forward, using that Neon as a bit of a scout here, but so much damage going to be suffered, and it's going to be Francis collecting the first. Sugar Zero taken down, 10-10 dead. XDL at 7 HP. Not looking good for ZETA to try to find another pistol win. And take that first step towards running back this map.
They popped the double tap and they just felt like they had to go.
Clues now just going to be overwhelmed and surrounded. Pinned into the corner. Shota dead. XDL, I mean, just net here at his feet. And it's going to be a flawless pistol victory. Try to Sonic Sensor here at the entryway. Drop down. Margaret going aggro. He's able to find one. Looks for the transfer. And it does connect. It's just an absolute meat grinder.
Here for Nongshim.
Oh boy.
And this A-Rubble fight might kick off.
Well, looking for the C's. 10-10 able to avoid that. Sends the relay as the TP comes in. But Sugar Zero is there. Persia
Grab net. Oh.
sends it. Shorts it. Sensor did get triggered. Now trying to push their way forward. Margaret swinging out from that back corner. He's able to find one, but solid reply from 10-10 and Shota. For the moment, he's going to be the only casualty. They backpedal over in towards the B site. The plant now coming through. Just a handful of seconds to spare. Let's push under the corner. XDL on the angle. Intercepts and shuts down Domby.
Just the Odin to contend with now. Easy.
And XDL will be able to go ahead in the Odin. Taking even more from the Odin. This is just massacring him, and he hasn't even seen a single person. Francis comes up with 2. 10-10's at 5 HP. Persia's on top of the rubble. Doesn't manage to go ahead and find him, but it's going to be Sugar Zero and XDL. Try to clutch this out in a 2v3. Domby sends up some shots. They know that he's playing nearby. The wall to try to lead them forward. XDL trying to break things open. Domby just breaks the shield. Slides in. Sugar Zero now needing to deliver. The top of the plant. Elbow spotted. 3 swings and Margaret is there, refilling the space. Hasn't been running this the entire time.
Go, go, go.
And now he is looking to break some hopes and dreams and inflict some mental damage. Clues is going to be able to find one though. Margaret taken down outside of C, I should say. Shock dart nearly landing perfectly at Persia's feet. We're going to be tapped. XDL, however, able to find one. The judge now striking. Domby comes up with the elimination. But XDL continuing to look good. Finds himself a second here in the round.
God, if you could grab Domby with that ult, should be a pretty easy win.
And he swapped over, and he will be able to go ahead and get the grab.
Beautiful.
25 advantage as double tap. Not sure what's going on with that one. Shield's been broken. Domby wins out the fight.
He grabbed the Vandal.
Yeah, headshot comes in. Yeah, he had swapped out the weapons previously. As slide forward. Would have been a hell of a transfer there from 10-10. Can't quite make it happen. This is still going to be costly regardless, but right now ZETA very well poised. There's a quick look back from Ivy, giving a thought to this flank as the shot takes 3, but 3rd time's the charm. Shota has an overdrive behind it.
Everybody trying to be Mr. Fallen now.
Ooh, paranoia. This could be pretty monstrous. Tap at the door. Ends up sending it. The slide forward. Domby misses the first pump, so Shota's able to find him. Takes him down. Ivy is able to find another one as it's just complete and utter chaos here in the round. Suddenly a 2v2. Sheriff's in hand. The paranoia across. Francis doesn't know where the hell he's at. And Margaret, he's hitting him in transit, and he gets the headshot on the slide.
A standoff.
It's going to be a timing here. Gets that across on a 3. Looking for the relay bolts on now. The overdrive going to be popped on. He turns his sights back in towards B main. The paranoia is absolutely gorgeous, and Domby is absolutely shredding.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Picks up the 3rd. Looking for the 4th. Looking for the finisher. Sugar Zero will deny that away from him.
30 seconds left.
There is no denying this map from Nongshim that they do have.
Spot there, but you gotta get through this crossfire on the A side.
Oh, and Thorns are there, and XDL's just gonna get gunned down. Spike dropped there within the nebula.
Gotta win some of these duels.
Right now, no peek out over towards this long angle. They are just scaling forward. No eyes on this whatsoever. 10-10 taking the first fight as the back pedal, but now they strike. Here comes the approach from Long. Shota able to find one more. The drop down from Ivy. Delivers a kill here onto the Killjoy. Is now Clues. Last one standing, 7 bullets remaining. Everybody rushing around the back there of Hall. We just cannot isolate him. A couple of those players taken low, but cannot be taken down. Nongshim now 2-1 in pistols.
Yeah, I mean, claiming control of that orb again. It's gonna be fast tracking some of those ultimates.
Judge here within the smoke. Margaret pinging this out. Here comes the push, and here comes the slaughter. 1, 2, 3. 2 more shells loaded in. Pushes, and there's the follow-up. Looking for an ace, and Clues is right here in position to potentially give it away. It's a bit of a pause, and right now it's all just a question of can he make it happen. Now has the Bulldog to try to deliver it. Domby, he is willing to go ahead and bait out for it, and there you go. Predator Ace going to be gifted over.
In control, there's none of it. So if you go through to the A site, they're just gonna be able to crunch down on top of you again. They've got stars at the ramp.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Okay, this time not going to be able to find the kill. Push Shota and
have with the Vandal. Get some info on that angle instead. Just gonna double down on A.
Swing out. Shota going to be finished off. The flash connecting. XDL able to find one more, but 10-10 now going to be lost. 3v3. Vandal in hand for Domby. It's 25 seconds remaining. And Clues unable to find the kill.
This is tricky. God, Sugar Zero so close.
Playing right up against him. Dodges out those bullets from the Stinger. Concuss connecting, but does safely get tucked back in towards Halls. Sugar Zero just trying to hold the line. Time is starting to tick here on the spike. Sugar Zero finds the headshot. Finds the follow-up. Snappy to pick up the 3. They have to pay credence to Persia's potential position here behind the screen. Couple shots flying through. Looking to try to stave them off. Dombey finding one. Persia comes up with 2. Clues and 10-10 both get taken down. The spike now stranded. Sugar Zero doing it, trying his damnedest, but just gets absolutely hounded down. He's considering if he wants to go for a repeat.
Like, if you had a layer behind this where you had like 2 players with clues at A main, oh god.
Shota dead. Sheriff flush him forward.
30 seconds left.
And as the Thorns do get popped, swing out, goes in for the fight, spots another one, takes down 10-10 to very low HP. Clues plays it quietly, gets in around the back, and 10-10 hits a hell of a shot. Dombey dead. And that's the main presence now. Denied away, the Armageddon coming through. Sugar Zero giving his life for the cause, trying to sprint out, but cannot escape. The blast radius will consume him. Clues now, pressure on his shoulders. Lone player forward here into the site. Spots the gun barrel, waits for a little bit more, swings out, strikes, finds the first, but Margaret takes out 10-10. Salvo's now set. Margaret looking to try to disrespect them, pushes forward, ends up falling, and Clues finds the 4th.
His hands.
Okay, commit in with the ult. Ivy just looking to try to level the playing field a bit, but Widely doesn't steal much. There's Dombey with the tap, baits out. Gravwell coming through. They're committing. However, Pincer in from the back. Denies away the lockdown. Takes that tool out of their hands here on the split is XDL. He's going to be left standing. Guns down 3, pretty much blinded up. Francis will be able to pick him off, stopping him from...
Try to get aggressive a little bit more further forward, see if they can catch ZETA off guard.
Flash out, Dombey swinging forward. Shota going to be taken down. That's a spike now, dropped here in R. TP out over towards Club. Get that spike on the move. XDL, however, pressure still coming his way. And with the double face in, Francis is able to find the elimination. 2-player advantage now here for the side of Nongshim with Persia watching the B site.
Great timing.
Star set up, push forward though, doesn't read the 10-10 got in ahead of that. Sends up on to the wayside and Sugar Zero finds Francis. Suddenly we're tied at 3-3 here in the round. Dombey out over the top, finding one. Back in with the advantage, 10-10 dead on the swing. It's all now on Clues. It's just a target-rich environment. Too many to choose from. Nongshim will find some more stability. And Thorns got lobbed in, I believe, on the plant spot. I don't think they were cleared out. I think that's why we see Clues just widely sitting still. Pop flash out, 10-10 trying to take the round into his own hands with Margaret. Able to find that kill. Shook up, coming up with a second as Clues joins in the fray. And it is just a firing squad between these two. Zone, Persia will go down to the spike, and we will be tied up at 4-4.
I think I'm starting to piece together the ZETA game plan. That's going to bring Dombey back over. This wall right behind Francis. He's going to try to play it
forward, looking for the timing there, but not necessarily reading that we're going to be able to spot too much else out.
It doesn't have a gate crash, so has to just walk all the way back through. Oh my, okay.
Persia able to find one. Ivy, however, swooping forward, puts the Stinger to good use. Opportunity to try to find some damage. Just Dombey out from Halls. Goes for the peak, and the time is very limited. Still a bit away here is 10-10. Spike being committed to. The plant now in. Noise being made. Spots out Sugar Zero. Goes for the jump by accident. Ooh, the mouse. Dombey at the ready. Meanwhile, the attack getting ready to come through onto the A site, and there's going to be a gate crash in behind here as the push coming out. 10-10 trying to go for the jump, but only going to be a tiny bit of damage there on the Dombeys. Now the Armageddon. Red carpet gets laid out. Shota and XDL, however, able to find some kills here. Keep things even at a 3-3. Cosmic Divide committed at Margaret, trying to hold the line from Art. Re-swings, gets a either getting tagged up.
Now that Cosmic Divide's gone.
Just tapping frantically, trying to find something. XDL down to 1, finished off. Ivy able to find that kill. Sugar Zero now needing to fight his way through. Picks up the spike, and Margaret finds the timing on the swing. We are once again
touch off the back of it, even with the Cosmic Divide there. Nongshim's so far ahead of it. Margaret finding a great timing to step in. TP, gone.
Oh, just absolutely dismantled with each other.
It's a little alarm bot party.
Yep, this is where alarm bots come from. As Margaret under pressure! Massacres two.
Mid.
So to end clues both eliminate. Okay, just gonna be an aggro lockdown off the rip. Gain some space. 10-10. Looking for the kill. Last shot does connect. Finds Domby. Gets out.
Great read.
In the end, this little set play coming through. It's biting them in the rear. Now that the lockdown's committed, they can use the Armageddon as freely as they want. And they're going to be sending it here over towards this B side. Clear out. No, Persia just able to find 10-10 as soon as he snaps forward.
Do end up going that way, but it looks like they might be trying to sneak through Art, but there's a ton of util. Oh, no. The Vice wall, the turret. Margaret, yep.
Margaret is here. Finds the first, a little bit of damage across. Finds the second. And XDL can no longer afford the jump. Wall will fall, and Margaret collects them all. Schulte now has 20 seconds to kill everyone, to get the spike. There's an op on a deep line. The swing in the corner.
Side. They'll very much convince you they're doing one thing. They're actually doing another.
Margaret making some contact here. Schulte swinging through, and they are able to go ahead and overwhelm. Damage not going to be suffered either as the spike sent over towards Sugar Zero. It's just jiggling on the angle, spots them out, backpedals immediately, calls for reinforcements.
No reason to challenge that.
Late flank, and XTL wins it out. Ivy going to be struck down. Now a 5v2, as Domby oversteps. Persia has to basically take out both of these in a high-low stack.
Last player standing.
And then turn back at the rest, but no. Flawless fashion. Zeta Division will tie things up 2-2 as far as the pistols are concerned. Question is, can they close out the anti-eco? Because that's what bit them in the rear back at the start of Lotus.
Well, this looked really nice. I mean, you're winning some individual battles all over the place. Something that you've kind of had a tough time doing.
As Thorn's going to be lobbed in, sent immediately. It stops this entire execute here. Now things going to be a little bit more fragile here for them. Shots from the Outlaw going to be whipping, but XDL certainly is not.
Spike down.
You should just leave him. Say, yeah, no death bonus for you.
Yes. Don't make that mistake again where the spike is on the ground and you can just hold.
10 seconds remaining, and there's a swing out. 10-10 says, no, I want that ult orb. I want a little bit.
They're going to try to keep themselves hidden from the Outlaw. 10-10 in mid, though. Might have the read. Oh!
It's going to be Margaret with a shot. That clears out all. Sugar Zero just staying in position here for the moment. The relay bolt connecting. It's the headshot, but cannot finish the job. Domby stays alive.
They've got the long-range weapon advantage, so back up into long B.
Now, widely from here, it's going to be about trying to deal some damage.
Oh, it's just so
They can go absolutely crazy, but Domby, yeah, forward into the smoke, able to find one. Looks for that transfer to get the fourth. Will not be able to do so. So far, just a lone casualty. It's Clues trying to see what he can find, but it's just going to be a flash to the face. Will they put anything here? Just gets back around the corner. Gate crash set up as he's going to go a bit more aggressive here. Up on top of the screen and is rewarded for it. Domby going to be taken down. Middle of the way down to 29 health. Spike in play. Decent positions here for the side of Nongshim. This would be a bit of a back-breaking round for them to try to find the win and push forward. Clue's going to be struck down. The turn to the side, though. Schulte, XDL able to find one apiece.
Oh,
He breaks through over at Art.
huge.
Now the 2v3. Steadies the aim. Schulte dead. The re-peek in, though, and 10-10 with the op is able to deliver a 3K. Zeta, they tie it up at 8-8.
Oh, only get half?
Oh. Judge in hand, beats Bucky. Domby struck down. As the Nano buys him enough time to go ahead and get the reload on the Judge. Once again, solid early kill with Domby dead. Makes for a bit more of a brutal round for Nongshim to try to play out.
Makes it so much easier to react to Zeta.
10-10. Looking alive and well here with that op.
France is just like, come on, do it. Swing out that door. But not taking the bait is Schulte. He should never, until the spike is planted, probably leave that spot, but still pushing forward.
TP.
Ooh.
10-10 nails the
Ooh.
shot.
Maybe hang on to the judge. I mean, to be fair, Nongshim had plans for it. You can see this.
He'll scale forward and take some space, but the dimensional drift is just going to be coming through. Tommy tagged up and Ivy dead. Shota will go ahead and find him here in mid. Stun coming through, 10-10. Out of the dimensional drift, peeks in. Margaret gets dropped. Sugar Zero finding Persia. And it's not flawless.
But you got the two Sentinels watching this.
Jump peek out. Ivy dead. Margaret able to find one there. The hero. Overdrive. Committed here in the 3v4. Dambi needing to deliver. Pushes forward.
Oh.
Is immediately met with death. An Armageddon available, but surely this is not going to be the round it gets committed into. That's not Francis's. Okay. That's Cluz's. And I think you can understand it a little bit more.
Yeah.
We'll see, though. If they can make this close, he might just be willing to pull the trigger on it.
I was kind of hoping it was.
The hold to half. Shota gives his life, and now Armageddon does get committed here. They have to rotate out. XCL does not escape. Diffuse, however, being held, and they are not aiming at Sugar Zero. So they will go ahead, get the defeat. Sugar Zero.
Been there, done that.
5 rifles in once again. Margaret, one away from having the lockdown.
You have some tools for a retake for ZETA, but you got to clear mid. You got to deal with these lurks.
Double Cosmic Divide's now going to be committed in. Steel Garden as well. Sent is downbeat. Will try to stay alive. Ivy, however, on the flank, going to be taken down. The slide forward, finds one, but Cluz is there to capitalize. Player advantage now going to be found here as Francis backpedaling, sends out the salvos, just keeping them off the spike for now.
Margaret.
They have no information whatsoever. Margaret, like you say, is on the backstab. The Cosmic Divide now, getting ready to fall down. 10-10 finding one. Margaret striking, finds another. Persia able to find Shota. The lob in, but 10-10 pushes the Nebula, finds the shot. The defuse is just going to be stuck to Margaret. He cannot stop it. What is that drop shot? Kills 10-10, will stop them from...
Shota decided to hold his fire. So let's see. Spike should be able to be planted. Again, oh, Cluz.
Dead. That's the spike interrupted. Salvos now ready to be sent. It should at least get some damage. No, forces them back once again. Dambi, however, able to find one shot. Swaps the weapons over. Looks like he's going to go for it.
Setting up
Mask
for the
comes
lurk.
on. XCL here around the back. Being watched. They're prepped for this. The push forward. Kills cannot be found. It's tiny a bit of damage going to be done here. 10-10, he's just jumping out right in front of him. Finds one. Eventually will get taken down. Ivy finds the second. So it looks like Cluz maybe just to snatch up the operator. Try to run out, try to save this one, but you can see here on the mini-map, Persia getting into pole position to try to intercept.
He's not going to expect it.
No, not at all. He's through the gap. The weapon lost.
Who knows, but could be a little bit tricky. A lot of players stacked up right along this B wall.
Whoop. Spot out. The off is there, and it's just going to be Sugars. They're trying to take an aggressive position inside of the smoke, but Nongshim wise to it, looking for it. Able to go ahead and find that kill. Flash out. Cluz able to find one. Dambi going to be taken down. Repeat though. Persia now up in hand, and he's just going to gun him down. 2 kills found. Star set up behind. But quick little exit there from 10-10. Gets out towards safety for the moment. Margaret pushes forward. Takes...
Be thinking about it. Let's see. Yep, here goes Francis.
No way. Oh.
Oh!
How did he get it?
Dambi clear on the other side of the map. Things slowing down. Pressure on both of these teams immense.
Persia forward into the smoke. Yup, not in a position to try to find the punish. Will jump up over the top and does manage to cut him in 2. As Armageddon sent over towards Secret. Sugar Zero out in front of it, just tucked here within the smoke. The relay bolt going to be connecting as he moves up into the smoke. Sugar Zero is instantaneous with a headshot. Francis similarly dives forward. Nano's popped. Salvos sent. ZETA needing to fight forward, fight their way out in towards main. But they are being saved off and shut down. Going to be in position to try to interrupt this one. You managed to push forward ahead of the Cosby Divide. Just going to try to bait out what they possibly can. And Margaret, looks like it took him a second, but he finally realizes and sends it. Absolutely destroyed. Now the sprint forward is going to be flushed into the open, and he wins the fight! Still gets taken down by the open. It might not matter. The 2 kills puts Nongshim in with the lead. Ivy low on HP, but 10-10. Gets out, finds Persia. Dummy, the slide forward, dead. 10-10. This man is glass cannon, and he's still winning the fights. Whoa! Sugar Zero dead through the wall.
10 seconds left.
10-10.
One enemy remaining.
Tries to play around with him a little bit. Shota playing on the timing. Peeks, finds it, and ZETA get. See if they can find the first. We've been tied up 2-2 in pistols so far. As Shota about to catch a glimpse. It's going to be Margaret spotting him out. Finds him there within the smoke. 10-10 stunned, but still able to go ahead and stabilize for the headshot. Domby going to be struck down, so 1 for 1. The paranoia goes across over towards ramp, but ZETA not wanting to overpeak, and Clues on a lurk. Swinging around the back, about to get the catch. Finds it. Ivy, however, not finished off. Meanwhile, back up towards the vent. XDL going to be able to find one. Francis straightened it out. Sugar Zero guns down 2. 10-10 swings back across, and that is the getting hyped, but we do have to remember what happened on Lotus. They were able to avoid it in the second map. See if they can look to just close things out. Francis is going to be able to find one, but Margaret just absolutely out on an island. 6 bullets remaining. XDL puts every single one of them to good use. Now looking for an ace. Go ahead and start things off, and there you go. Ace or Predator, ace in the head.
10-10 with an outlaw.
Go, go, go.
Decent amount of weaponry carried over here. TP up onto the box for Persia.
Oh, Ivy does eat the shot. And the Armored 2 survives. Oh, Sugar Zero trying to draw it down. And Dobby's just a madman. He's just everywhere. Eats a bunch of damage, but helps come away with the kills. Clue's able to find one. Backpedals. Just that Spectre in hand.
Planted.
The lurk
So
from
Widely
Margaret.
is looking to try to see if they can deal some additional damage here. You said Margaret, they lend credence to it. They turn back, but now sights set here towards the spike. And Margaret in position to find some solid value. Domby going to be taken down as Margaret now arriving. Checks over towards drop. Nothing going to be noted. Spots out the first. XCL going to fall. Turn up towards the top, and Clue's unable to find it. They still get 3 kills, though. So
That fight. Crossfire setup, though. Shota.
relay ball set. Sugar Zero sticks around, finds the headshot. Drops down, paranoia up in towards Mail. Persia not caught by it, but Shota's still able to find the kill. As this round is looking all good for ZETA Division, but Downbeat will go ahead, re-steady the aim. Finds one, strafing forward into the side, however, is Ivy. Pop flash sent around the back pillar. Just the classic in behind this operator. 10-10. Needing a bit of rescue here, needing some reinforcements perhaps. Swooping forward, and never mind. Closes it out with the classic. Frustration's out on that wall. There's no timing shot. Just keeps it disguised here for the moment as Clues being hounded down. Both players going to be stunned up here, and there's the Annihilation. Get the grab onto Clues. So just the one trade out. There's a push from Vent getting ready to come through. 10-10 here at backside. Goes in with a shot, spots out Margaret. Jumps back over towards screens. Arrival now from Shota, though. Gets his way forward into heaven. Finds the shot, Ivy dead. I believe a dink across onto Francis. Whittles him down to 33.
Spike planted.
The plant coming in. 10-10 trying to check close. Nothing noted there, but Margaret positions forward. Aggressive spot, finds one, Shota out. And Sugar Zero versus Francis, who's just got the Sheriff in hand. They will just run him down. Up can get scooped up. ZETA continuing on their merry way now, 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, just I'm out of the loop, like, with normal English memes. It's hard enough.
Speaking of, 10-10 pushes the smoke, and Domby dead on the floor. There's no idea what was coming their way. And just like that, ZETA have outdone Nongshim. Off-dimensional drift. He's going to chase forward into garage and confirm that there's nobody else in this position as XDL quickly trying to tuck back here around the corner and does end up getting taken down. Domby able to find that kill. Spike, however, still not forward into the site. Sugar Zero now eliminated. Domby comes away with a second. Clues will bring him around with that shorty. Cuts him down to size. At the same time, though, you still have Ivy widely contained back over in spawn. Just waiting to try to see if that flank comes through, what 10-10's approach is going to be. Pit, however, now invested from Shota. He needs this Yor to be able to deliver some form of assistance. 10-10 has the jump.
Wow.
Kill found.
What a read.
Weapon could get swapped out. It seems like may just have to opt to hold on to
It expire. Just saying, oh, he popped the ult, back up, back up.
Yeah. Well, all things considered, ends up being a very costly round for the ZETA division because they do lose, but they also commit 4 ults. The 10-10, though, not skipping a beat. Keeps the op in play, peeks out, immediately finds one, leaving Margaret on the floor. Pit not investable here as Mr. Worldwide
So I'm talking about.
finds another.
He's so good at being in the right place at the right time.
Persia going to be TPing forward here. Off Descendant quite just yet. Wants to get the rest of the team clustered up and likely look for a bit of a flood retake. Salvo is going to be sent. And hopping over to the side, having swapped over to the Vandals. Going to be good for one as Downbeat looks for a little bit more. Pushes him low but cannot find that kill. Now is all in his lonesome here in heaven. And can only get the one additional follow-up kill. Defuse to come through. ZETA division not allowing for Nongshim to string any consecutive round wins together.
Just making sure that they've got the operator, and they do.
I think they've had the operator. It's in Schultz's hands. He's standing right.
That was really wise by 10-10. Although he's going to the other side of the map. Bit of a misread here for ZETA.
Shots in. Dombie going to be taken down. Clues up over the top. Coming away with the kill. The entry power now very much cut down. They kind of need this opening from Margaret. He's not going to advance forward towards that B side. Clues now rolling out the red carpet. XL, Clues both going to be taken down. Wall set up over towards screens. Margaret looking to just try to lock off this heaven position. 10-10 will be pushing in from behind.
Gonna try to go for the shorty play, but spotted and dealt with.
Kill onto one.
Nongshim's able to brute force their way through and get those ultimates in play. I love that pit from Margaret on top of A Heaven.
Oh, what?
What?
Is that shot? Through the corner, a world away. Now starting to work his way across, but like you said, Margaret, he's already in a position, just lurking here, expecting this and striking. Swings it for a little bit more and is snappy to find the third. Back pedals, I don't think he's going to be expected. Nope, never mind, solid. Gets himself the 4th kill.
I mean, just plays like that from Margaret are difference makers in the just the beginning of the round. Just when he shuts down the op.
They want to give it to him, and they.
Here you're certainly playing for retake.
Space taken, paranoia. Slowing the approach, TP across the way from Sugar Zero, swings out, and does manage to find the kill, eats an immense amount of damage, just trying to fake the TP. Wall falls, Shota in position to find Persia. Dombie now dead. That's a weapon scooped up for XDL.
30 seconds left.
It seems like Nongshim, they might have overcooked the round. Still trying to bail their way out. Shota about to be called on the timing. Just like that, the pendulum swings back.
That's a head scratcher. You got to expect they're going for it. You don't have time to walk through that smoke.
Sonic sensor set up. Salvo is going to be sent. Couple seconds remaining. Interrupts this plant. Clues trying to go for the swing, but I think that, do they have the time? They do, just narrowly. XCL is able to find one. Doesn't have any util. He's just pinned in here at this position. Oh my God. Wall broken. He's sprinting for it. He's getting out. And XDL! My God, he's done it! What a chaotic round! And that is going to feel like one front of sight, one at elbow. 10-10 leading the charge. Dimensional Drift goes out. And he can try to call an angle here. It looks like Rolling Thunder just going to be sent over towards the site. Doesn't get the hit, and okay, never mind, it does. And Ivy just finds the headshot. Looking for the pull forward there off the Annihilation. Does not manage to find it. XDL takes out Ivy. A 2v3 though. The pull in shuts him down. XDL good for another, but now it's just Sugar Zero alone on the site here. Finding one more, but the time is just not going to be there on his side. Looks to just go ahead and hold this one down. The shots getting dodged out, but Persia just rushes forward. 3 for 3, or can ZETA start things off with another win? Suppress not connecting. Ivy does get noted. They're gonna look to try to pressure Mountain. 1010 just finds it timing as Ivy turns his sights back over towards Garage. Flash out, Margaret able to turn from it, does well to find the one, but Sugar Zero pushes in alongside. Player advantage now gonna be set up, and this linger here from Clues over in Male. Likely hearing these footsteps. They're still pushing for him, but has the frenzy, has the kill, looks for the second, can't make it happen. Domby loses 26 HP. But now it's just he and Persia approaching through these smokes to try to get back in. Relay bolt gonna be sent. Shota stunned up here for the moment, but Sugar Zero immediately finding the dink. Tucks back inside of the smoke. Domby swapping over the weapon, swings the corner, finds one. XDL on the floor. Sugar Zero, oh! Taken down as Domby comes up huge. The slide forward, the frenzy, the 4K. Nongshim. It's a flash through. Shallow TP forward. Margaret spamming though. Finds him. 1010 dead, locked in as the wall was there. As things go quiet. Stealth drone to check around the ramp. Nothing going to be noted there. Sonic sensor here in front. Ivy watching with a Spectre. And here comes the push. Sensor gets the stun, and Ivy gets the kill. Damage not suffered. Looks for a little bit more. They are able to go ahead, push forward. 3 players into heaven to overwhelm. Francis making his presence there at stairs known. Margaret, however, looking to be the final boss of the site. Smoke dissipating shots, not quite connecting. Seems like they try to make it a bit more unassailable. And on the repeat, Margaret will be able to collect 3.
Margaret repositions, but immediate rotations from Nongshim. And look at this Bucky.
I'm just watching it and puts him down. Swing onto the corner, stun to Clues. Kill gonna be found. Shota beaten and battered down to 17 HP. Still does manage to find a kill, but that leaves XDL now all alone, rotating across through the sewer with Margaret there ready and waiting once more.
TV remembers.
Rides the rope down. He's not opting for the U-tilt. Eyes trained above, but Margaret.
They've got mid under their purview, but that's a judge above you. 1010 has to get lucky.
Oh.
Not quite.
Yeah, sees him immediately. Has to evacuate. It's not even much damage.
Oh.
Ivy basically has him lined up. Net now lobbed in. 1010 able to go ahead and bring the deadlock to the floor, but Domby is right in behind to find the further punish. Margaret looking for the reposition. XDL will find a nice headshot. Continuing to frag here for the team. Just going to play harass here against this deadlock. Well, still set up though on the exit of this garage, now expiring. As point blank shot. Shota, however, able to find the headshot on the Ivy, so it's going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. As he just gets cocooned up and taken down. Salvos now sent. Rotations coming through. The sprint across through the defender's spawn. All of Nongshim are about to be gathered together.
Good flash.
Shots flying, completely blinded up, but Margaret regains his vision. Domby arriving, finds 1010, and this round is cooked. Nongshim.
Shim to punch their ticket to the playoffs. ZETA on another eco. Trying to find some way through. Down goes 1010. That's fine. Gotta wait for this execute to go before Margaret's attention is...
Oh, the stun. Francis now sending the salvos. Shota out ahead of it, but still taken down, and now the spike is on the floor. 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds.
Clues needing to find this opener, but he cannot. Knife out into the heart of Sugar Zero.
Domby very aware of that. TP from Sugar Zero.
Just joins in, not going to be a more aggressive one to scout the site. There's 1010 taken down. Persia spraying across. Sugar Zero's dead. XTL gone. They don't need to see a damn person. They just hold down M1 and they're rewarded with kills. Shota trying to take some space. Finds the first, can find nothing more. Match at the ready. Persia's position going to be noted.
TP.
And stun comes through. And yeah, might end up TP on top of. No, actually, Salvo's going to be set up there from Clues. Is able to find one. The push forward, the drop down. The judge in hand. Francis arriving, but Domby already clearing out. the enemy Yoru. 20 seconds remaining. Sight still not in their control. Ivy swings. XCL dead. Clues gone. As it all comes down to this, Francis will bring it to an end.